Everyone, what's going on, everyone? Sorry about last night, guys. um, I didn't quite get the opportunity to stay for long because I was incredibly tired last night. Um, but we are here now. Let me just make sure everything connect. Yeah, 4 o'clock p.m. Are you guys seeing me? Out here in beautiful Long Island. All right, I'm gonna let this run for a little bit. What's going on, Mark Anthony? What's up, Mark? What's good, my guy? Give me a minute. Give me a minute. I'll be right back. Yeah, guys. So, that's what's up, man. Grinding. I'm at work too, man. But because I got a little bit of free time right now, you already know, Mike. You already know what it is that we do. We got to get to the bag. But at the same time, it's still always time to really, connect with people and spread a positive word or two. Last night I didn't get to really do everything that I wanted to do in terms of the podcast, right? So I decided to make it, this is a surprise. Nobody's really expecting me to be on right now, but yeah, why not? Why not? We can just pick up where we left off, um, you know. But yeah, people are really used to us being on at late night. So things like this, people at work, but, the marathon continues. So I asked the question, and as a matter of fact, I should probably do a poll as well. I wish I could do these before the video starts. Is modern America worse than ancient Rome? Start the poll. So the poll is up. Is modern America worse than ancient Rome in terms of how insensitive people are to the needs of other people as well? Lily says, say Lily. What's going on, Lily? Who I am sure is not my Lily. But either way, big up yourself. Thank you so much for joining. So a couple things, guys. So in terms of how desensitized we are, right? We kind of spoke about it like in terms of rap. And there's nothing to really base it off because we only know about ancient Rome from like books and movies and all of those sort of things. We don't really know about ancient Rome, right? But from what we've seen in the movies, right? And even though there's nothing really to base it off, we can arrive to the conclusion that now people are more insensitive or less empathetic than we've ever been at any point in time in the past, right? I think as time progresses, I don't know why. I don't know if it's by design, but people are really stepping away from their human element. Like we see it in relationships and how people kind of treat one another in relationships. Don't know if it's just a seasonal thing, if it's just a modern era, but how people respond and how people treat each other in relationships, right? I.e. the modern way of dating, no one really cares about their significant other. It's about what it is that they can get from the relationship, whether it be intercourse, whether it be money, whether it be status, right? People aren't together with one another for love anymore, right? So that's another thing. And now when you look at entertainment, right? Think about entertainment. You turn on, you look at rap music, right? And how rap music has evolved, especially in modern times. not that rap is not a modern form of art, but it wasn't quite like this back in the day. Not to say things didn't happen sporadically, but now it seems as if everybody has to be somewhat of a killer in order to really make it in rap. For whatever reason, you got to have bodies under your belt, right? In order to make music, you have to have bodies under your belt. You guys have to be the toughest, right? I don't understand that part of the culture. I think the culture has absolutely gone to hell in that regard, where, you know, it's all about, who got the more bodies, who's the most disrespectful, who's dissing their ops, whether they're alive or whether they're dead. It sincerely just it just seems as if it doesn't matter at this point in time, right? You could think of it's so many people that I could really sit up here and name, right? But we're not going to really get into the individuals. But I'm sure you guys know of a lot of cases that have happened this year only, not just one or two, right? We could talk about somebody that shared the same last name as me. We could talk about the other individual known as Mr. Disrespectful, right? But again, we're not going to name drop and say, all right, cool, it's this individual and that's that individual, because it's become a cultural thing where now kids believe they have to be disrespectful in order to make it, where kids believe they have to be more savage than the other person in order to make it, right? And what do in return? They cut their own lives short, right? They endanger the people that are around them. But it's almost as if there's nobody there to be like a guiding light to say, hey, listen, you don't have to live that way. Wouldn't you rather be in a peaceful state of being? Wouldn't you rather, enjoying life rather than to be on that side of life, just doing all type of just bullshit, right? But yeah, I would say, although I haven't experienced ancient Rome, I would say the modern culture and how the culture is right now, yes, I would go as far as to say it is probably worse than ancient Rome. It's probably worse than ancient Rome, guys. It probably is. Let me see what you guys are saying. Hey, chilling and yep. Michael Mason says hi. Sylvie Medeo says hello. How you doing, Sylvie? Sylvia? Oh no, it's Sylvie. Rung Edaski says hi, bro. We got 21 votes. Let's see. So yes, 61% of people think that modern day America is worse than ancient Rome. Okay, that's telling. That's definitely telling. Can you do a trick? No. Louisa 2014 says hello. How you doing, Louisa? Cody Gang says 69er. Louisa says I'm Italian. Big up yourself and big up to all of Italy. Parkishnan says hi. Looking nice. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Appreciate all the good energy and I appreciate all the support, guys. But yeah, I think the youth of today, they really need some guidance. They really need some role models that are positive to show them that, hey, things don't have to be in a way where you have to go down a negative path. Are you guys still seeing me? Give me 1 second, guys. I'll be right back. Hello? Am I back on? Because I know how these things kind of get. All right, good. We're back. Okay, cool. Sorry about that, guys. I sincerely apologize about that. But as you guys may or may not know, I am at work. So I will be back. Give me 1 second. Let me just go grab something real quick. I'll be back. All right, guys. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Sorry about the delay. But again, as you guys do know, I am at work. Let me go ahead and move this from here as well. I am at work. Somebody has just arrived with their dog. Look at that. That's pretty cool. But yeah, let me back up a little bit more, find a better location, and do my thing. All right, boom. I think right here is better. Of course. I don't know, it's so much better, but I had to move. Drop my tablet and everything. But yeah, what do you guys think about that? So let me see what you guys are saying. Hi, PLS. I'm from Toronto. Big up to Toronto. The Italian from Toronto. Big up to the Italian in Toronto. Is it brown? Don't know what it is you're talking about. Is what brown? America was meant to grow on principles, not die on feelings. America was meant to grow on principles, not die on feelings. Wow. That's a damning statement. I'm gonna be honest with you. And I would like to really understand where it is that you're going with that. Are you saying that having empathy or being a human being is a bad thing? And it's not about feelings. Empathy is not just about feelings. It's about understanding that other people are human beings as well. And if it's not okay for something to be done to you, it's not okay for you to do it to another person either. You understand what I'm saying? So that in itself is a principle. So yeah, I really would want to understand what it is that you're saying, because it's not just about feelings. It's about being a human being and having empathy towards other human beings as well. Guys, make sure you are liking the video as well. I sincerely appreciate that. Agrees, says Mark Anthony. Okay, cool. My queer plant family says ancient Rome didn't have penicillin. I think we're doing much better. Hey, but some people are allergic to penicillin. But yeah, we're not talking about in regards of medicine and things like that, right? When we're talking about ancient Rome, notice in the title of the video, you see the Coliseum. So we're really talking about the Coliseum culture and how the gladiators go into the Coliseum and how they slaughter each other for entertainment, for the entertainment of the people that are watching them, right? And now with the internet, it doesn't matter. Anything could be turned into entertainment, right? If something happens to someone, right? Let's say someone gets bit by a dog or something. It becomes something that's entertaining, right? And then that person goes viral because of that incident that happened, without any sort of empathy or anybody checking. 9 times out of 10, what people are going to do is they're going to pull out their phone. Hold on, give me 1 second. Hello.
Hi.
How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good. What's up, buddy? Right. So 9 times out of 10, what people are going to do is people are going to pull out their phone, right? Instead of going out to help someone, maybe someone's fallen and broken their leg. It's like, ooh, right? For entertainment purposes, for likes and for clicks, right? So is that the principles that we're talking about when we're talking about built on principles? What's the principle of somebody laying there needing your help, but instead of you helping them, you're laughing and you're trying to get other people to join in on the laughter as well, right? So is that the principle that we're building America on? I don't understand what it is that you're saying. I don't think that's the way it was meant to be, right? And if that's your America, that you want your America to be like that, I don't think that's the way God intended it, right? Moreover, God didn't make any borders. You understand what I'm saying? So when it's all said and done, I think people have to be mindful of what it is that they're saying. So yeah, not because you think something and it makes sense to you means that this is actual. You can actually build and establish a society based on what it is that you're talking about, right? Because in Japan, Those people, they're trained in the art of in certain martial arts and what do you call it? Like all types of different martial arts, right? And these guys are disciplined, right? So not because you have the capacity or the ability to do something to someone means you have to exercise that ability, right? You could still have a little bit of you could still reserve that strength for when you need it, right? For when you need to protect yourself and when you need to protect somebody that's around you that needs you to protect them. So not because you're bigger and taller and badder than other people mean you need to impose your will. It might just mean that you need to, you know what I mean, protect those people that need to be protected, right? So there's that element as well. Someone says, can I do that with my hair? I don't know. Can you? You might be able to. I don't know. No, it's far from Rome. Still, in my opinion, says go vegan now. Okay, that's your opinion. I mean, everybody's entitled to their own opinion. So maybe, maybe not, right? But we're talking about being desensitized. We don't mean in terms of everything else, right? Because, of course, it trumps Rome in a lot of different areas. But in terms of having empathy towards other human beings, is America like the Coliseum culture? Jay Keene says, no, that's not what I meant. Irrational reaction and emotions fueled rage. Oh, okay. Yeah, definitely, right? Extreme emotions. Any sort of extremism is never going to be a good thing, right? So when you have these sort of extreme emotions where you get to rage to the point where you feel as if, yeah, it's okay for you to do what Colt Gray did, or okay for you to do what that individual did over there on I-75 in Kentucky. Yeah, that's emotion that's just extreme. You understand what I'm saying? And anything that's a subset of that, yeah, then I understand precisely what it is that you're saying, Jay Keene, and thank you so much for tapping in. I'm from Westbury, Long Island. Where are you on Long Island speaking? I'm not going to drop my location right now, but I am somewhere in Long Island. That's just as much as we're going to say. I'm not going to drop my location right now, though. I never, ever reveal my location until after I leave. But I'm somewhere in Long Island. But thank you so much for sharing where it is that you're from and where you're at. But yeah, big up yourselves, guys. Big up yourselves. Borders are economic, says Jay Keene. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. We had a lot of people in here, quite a bit of people, but we only have 2 likes. You guys make sure you're liking the video, guys. Really helps the algorithm when you do. If you feel the world is inherently good, I feel bad for you, son, says Jordan. He says, if I feel the world is inherently good, I don't feel the world is inherently good or bad. I think the world is filled with positive and negative. So it's not a matter of whether I feel like people are good or I feel like the world is good, right? I feel like the world is balanced, right? We all have the capacity to do good, and we all have the capacity not to do good, right? Or what we deem good, or what we would call good. So it's not a matter of whether I think the world is inherently good or not, right? I just feel as if people are not exercising that aspect of themselves enough, right? I feel like people aren't balancing it out enough. I feel like people are leaning over to one side, and it's going to make the world imbalanced, right? So somebody has to, or something has to get to the point where we start to balance things out, right? Because the things that happen over there in Georgia and the things that happen over there in Kentucky, there's no excuses for that, good or bad. There's no excuses for that, right? And we all got to sort of not say share the responsibility for it, because we didn't get up out there and do it. But in terms of what it is that we're promoting in the culture, I think we all play a part in some of these things that are happening. So we got to do better collectively. That's just my opinion. Somebody says join Cranberry Legion today. I don't even know what Cranberry Legion is, to be honest with you, my guy. I don't. I'm gonna be here till around 5 o'clock, guys. It is getting kind of hot right here. I'm not gonna front. It is getting kind of hot, but the show must go on. He says, yes, ma'am. Fight like a gladiator in the Coliseum. Not exactly sure what it is that you're trying to say, but big up yourself for saying something. Big up yourself either way. That one guy on YouTube could find where you're at, says Jam C. Listen, man, it is what it is. I'm not saying people can't find where I'm at. I'm just saying I'm not going to willingly give up my location. That's just not smart in modern times for you to do, for you to drop your location. That's never going to be something that I'm going to do, guys. I don't send my location. If I'm going to meet up with somebody, I'll tell them where we're going to meet up. I think it's quite foolish in this day and age to willingly give up your location. Like if you're going to find me, you're going to have to do some work in order to find where I'm at, right? I'm not going to willingly say, here, this is where I am, right? Because I've seen some very devious and downright demonic things happen when people share their location and people drop their location. And you know something else as well? To how advanced technology is in this day and age, with pictures. People can take pictures, guys. People can take pictures and be able to pinpoint exactly where those pictures were taken in America, right? Or anywhere in the globe, right? That's how advanced technology is. So if I do take a picture, right, people are able to say, all right, cool, this is where that picture was taken. It's not hard to find the latitude and longitude or whatever it is on the map to locate precisely where you were or exactly where you're at, right? But my whole thing is, I'm not going to give that to you. That's just not how I give it up. That's not how I get down. But yeah, I think the world is bad because of Gen Z. No, I don't think so. I don't think we could blame Gen Z for any of this stuff. I think that's kind of, and this isn't me this isn't me coming at you or anything like that, right? But I think that's a little bit, that's a lazy assessment, right? Because Gen Z, right? There's good and bad in Gen Z, like every other generation, right? And the generation before our generation said our generation was horrible, right? But what seeds did that generation plant, right? What seeds did that generation plant? It's not like, oh, kids just got stupid all of a sudden. No. What seeds are we planting? What are the things that we're implementing in these children's lives, right? So is there a part to play on our part as well? Absolutely. Absolutely, there's a part that we play, right? So we can't just sit up here and just blame Gen Z when the generation before them and the generation before us wasn't there for them, right? What did you do to try to prevent them or try to help them? All right, so we can't just sit up here and just blame Gen Z. It comes from somewhere. They're a product of what transpired before them. You know what I mean? But I hear what you're saying. I mean, that's your perspective, but I don't agree with that. Jamc says, can you edit a car for a name? Can I edit a car for a name? Or can I name a car for an edit? I think that's what you're trying to say. We're going to say Toyota. There you go. That's a car. That's a question I don't like to answer, says Lazy Draven. I think the world is bad because of Gen Z. That's the guy that said that. I don't understand where you're going with that. Fiat Multipla, says Bud Dwyer. Big up yourself. Big up yourself. The world and everything in it has been created, was even down to humans, were perfectly created. The thing that anyone observes that are not perfect has been corrupted by man. Let me read that again because I didn't quite understand what it is that you were saying. The world and everything in it that has been created has even down to humans were perfectly created. So everything was created perfect, including humans. I believe that's what you're trying to say. So that's the first part. The things that anyone observes that are not perfect has been corrupted by man. Okay, all right, cool. I had to break that down to understand it a little bit because it was worded a little funny. But cool. All right, I get what you're saying in terms of it was corrupted by man. There could be some truth to that, right? But the world, men were also created, right? Would you say men were created? I don't know. From a third dimensional perspective, yes, I do agree with a lot of what it is that you're saying. I don't know if that's all the way accurate, but I do agree with some of what it is that you're saying in that statement. All right, guys. I think I think I'm about to move again. It is hot as hell right here. I'm not gonna lie to you. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yeah, it was hot as hell right there. Yeah, let me go get a little bit of the shade. Guys, that's how New York is too. Yesterday it was kind of cold. It felt like fall yesterday. And now today it's gotten hot. Right? That's how New York weather tends to be sometimes. It goes from being hot to cold very often. But you're streaming, your location is broadcasted to YouTube. I understand that. I'm not saying it isn't. I'm not saying it isn't broadcasted to YouTube. Why would I put it out there for the public to see? Lazy says, I'm gonna get a snack. I'll get you a snack, man. What's your favorite at Prism? I don't understand what that means, to be honest with you. Somebody says, looks like my weed man. You're funny, you're funny, you're funny. You're hilarious. Bro's trying to reach the word count, says Gem C. I don't even know what that means. Hey, how are you feeling today? Says Rebecca Towns. I'm feeling well. I'm feeling great. How are you feeling today? I'm feeling awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. We're out here in Long Island. Yeah, and I'm feeling great. Feeling great. Let me... Let me see what the votes are saying. Is modern America worse than ancient Rome? 62% of people are saying yes, it is. Yeah, but again, what we're talking about is in the title of the video. We're comparing it to the Roman Coliseum, right? And the things that transpired in Rome, back in the day. So that's what we're talking about, right? America is, I want to say it's the greatest country in the world, but a lot of times when it comes to the violence and stuff like that does happen, it's very hard to really say that these days, right? But America has a lot of things that it does lead the world in, right? So in a lot of ways, it is the greatest country in the world, but in a lot of ways, it's nowhere near the greatest country in the world. You know, when you look at places like Japan and how peaceful Japan is, and the amount of people that are in Japan, you know, and they hardly have the gun violence that we have here in America, right? I think we could learn a thing or two from Japan in that regard, right? If you're going to call yourself the greatest country in the world, that should be a place where you know, people know that this is a peaceful place, and, you know, they can trust their neighbor, right? They can go outside and not worry about whether or not something is going to happen, where they're going to get back home, right? So I think there's a whole lot that we could do in order to, collectively, right? Collectively, it's not about one or two people doing things to make America better, right? I think we all got a part to play, right? And it all comes down to the example that we want to set and the things that we want to do. And I'm not going to sit up here and act like I'm perfect, guys. I'm not perfect. I'm not. I was an angry, combustible teenager as well. I had a lot of rage in me when I was a teenager as well, right? But you got to assess, what's that rage really doing for your life? What is it actually really doing for your life? Is it making your life any better? Is it making you a better person? Right? Is it making the people around you, is it making their life easier? Or are you making your life harder? Are you making the people around you, their life harder? You know what I mean? So it's just things like that, man. I think we could do a lot better. Ash, Akash Doobie says Kamala for 2024. Big up to Kamala. Big up to Kamala Harris. Um, and all the Harrises over there from Jamaica as well. Big up to Kamala Harris. How are you feeling today? I'm feeling great, feeling great. Tons of innovations came from America. You're absolutely right. We didn't say no. That's not what we're talking about. We're not talking about that aspect of things. We're talking about the Coliseum culture, the gladiator culture. That's what we're referring to. We're referring to the gladiator culture. I think ancient Rome might have been somewhat safer than some parts of America. I think you're right. I think you're right. You know, number one, they didn't have guns back in those days. I think in some places in ancient Rome, yes. I would say America does have some places that are incredibly safe. And America also has some places that, yeah, you don't want to be anywhere close to this place, you know, after dark or in the daytime. You understand what I'm saying? But yeah, Rome, yeah, America's probably safer than ancient Rome in some places, but way more dangerous than ancient, especially Coliseum culture. I would say America is more dangerous than that because then it was people that were, not to say that it was a good thing back then, not to say that it was good that people were being slaughtered for entertainment, but then it wasn't everyone that was getting slaughtered for entertainment, right? Now, again, like I said, people fall and get hurt and, you know, negative things happen to people and we find that shit funny. Ain't nothing funny about that. It's not. It's just about clicks and putting up on the internet instead of helping that person. So I do think that there are certain things that we can work on as a culture. You know what I mean? Hamidi Kamal says, what did you do last night? That's an odd question to ask someone. That's a very odd question to ask someone. What did I do last night? Besides mind my business. Last night I went to sleep. I went to sleep last night. Yeah. That's what I did. Someone's asking, are you blind? Are those special sunglasses? Yeah, I'm not reading these messages through my eyes. You're right. I'm not using my eyes to send messages to my brain. I'm using my brain to interpret the messages without my eyes. So, yeah, I don't even really know what to say about that. Someone is seeing me reading these messages and asking me if I'm blind or if my glasses are special. What is that? Is that a way of you asking me to take my sunglasses off? No, I'm not gonna take my sunglasses off. I'm gonna leave them on because I like them. Someone says, I love you and I hate you. Someone says, I love your hair, man. Thank you. Both comments. Big up yourselves. What did you do 5 seconds ago? Read a comment or two, responded to a comment. March 3330 says, hi. Hamidi might be the boogeyman. He could be. Navia Rhodes. Hey, Navia. How you doing, love? How are you today? How are you today? Guys, time to move again. Time to move again. Let me show people why I'm wearing these sunglasses, actually. Because it's hot out. That's why I have these sunglasses on. I think they meant prescription glasses. No. I actually have really, really great vision. Both of my parents wear glasses, but I don't. I have really, really, really great vision. And I do. I'm blessed. So I do appreciate that. What did you do last night and why did you do it? So someone is asking that person, Hamidi, what they did last night. Thank you so much, Cosmic Vision, for asking. But yeah, no, I don't wear prescription glasses at all. But I think they were being sarcastic. Navia Rhodes says, I'm good. I just got back from my doctor's appointment. I'm currently sick. Oh, that's, wow, really? If you like to share, Nevaeh, what happened? Is everything? Are you? What's going on? Pablo's Corner says that was an interesting question. I had to think about it. Black vision don't crack, says Mr. Fahrenheit. Well, like I said, both of my parents wear glasses, so to read especially. But I don't. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Stay blessed, pimp. I'm out. Says Cosmic Vision. Big up yourself. Thank you so much for joining the stream. Hope a lot of you guys did subscribe to the channel as well. And I appreciate everyone who has liked and everyone who has participated as well. I'm going to hang out for about another maybe 22 minutes or so. Because again, guys, I am at work and I just received a phone call while I was at work. So yeah, I got the work phone with me, so I got to check to see what's going on the work phone. Constantly. Okay, cool. We have something else that just came in. All right, cool. Perfect. As long as you get your job done, right, and do it to the best of your ability. Yeah, that's the good thing about where I work. You don't have anyone over your soldier to tell you to do this or do that, right? And especially when you do your job effectively, you don't have to have anyone over your shoulder to tell you to do this or do that, or you're not doing this right, or this, that, and the third, right? I make sure I do everything to the best of my ability, and I'm completely immersed in the present. And I suggest you guys, if you do have a job, just do the best that you can at your job. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's mainly representing a representation of yourself. You're representing yourself first before you even represent the country. So just kind of think about it as, all right, well, if I ran a company, how efficient would I be, right? Would I do my best, or would I just slack off, right? So it's things like that. I make sure, I definitely heard somebody say something just now. I make sure that I do my job effectively, right? Definitely have to make sure of that. Let's see. Oh, I have strep throat. I also got tested for COVID. COVID is negative. Good, excellent. I know a few doctors that had to shut down their practice recently because they came down with COVID. So count your blessings. It is something that is happening. So the best thing for you to do is really take care of your immune system and to make sure that you are, eating the right foods, getting a little bit of exercise, which is something that I keep telling myself I'm going to start doing. I need to get back to exercising myself as well as eating the right types of food as well. So I need to take my own advice. I do somewhat eat the right types of food, but I also mix in the junk food every now and then too. But yeah, I got to get better at that. And someone says, I'm praying for you, Nevaeh. Yeah, definitely. Send Nevaeh some great energy, some healing energy. But I have a feeling she's going to be okay. You know what you could do, Nevaeh? So my mom would boil like the orange peel, honey, lemon, or honey and lime. That works as well. Some fermented garlic. Those are some of the things. And this is not medical advice or anything like that, but you could use things like that. Fermented garlic, like honey and lime, stuff like that. But yeah, like I got a case of fermented garlic in my house, and I kind of put the garlic in there, like, I want to say like last year. So it's been there for like around 11, 12 months or so. But the good thing about honey is that it never, like you could keep honey for hundreds of years. And it thousands of years, I hear in some cases. I don't know how you could really prove that, but thousands of years without it going bad. So it definitely preserves things. And it really helps with colds and sore throats and stuff like that. Lazy Draven says, I'm back. I subbed. Thank you so much for subscribing. Guys, make sure you are subscribing to the channel as well. I will be back later on at around, we're going to be here for about 20 more minutes. And I will be back later on at around 11:30, because I do get home late because I live in New York City, right? Way deep in New York City. And I work in Long Island. So it does take a little while for me to get back home after I'm done as well. Joycelyn says, yay, bro, how you doing? I'm great, Joycelyn. How you doing? Anthony says, back on road, bro. Man, great to see you back on road, Mark Anthony. Great to see you back on road. Mark Anthony and I do the same thing, but for different companies. But I was able to link up with that man because he's a good person. And yeah, man, I'm glad he's back. I'm glad he's doing his thing. But I guess he has to go now and finish up his route. But peace out, my guy. Big up yourself. Alan says, what's good, my guy? How you doing? I'm doing well, Alan. How are you? Hope all is well with you. Can you whistle? Yes, I can. People were slaves in ancient Rome. What you saying better than America, says Paulo Silva. Paulo, did you read the title? We're referring to the Coliseum culture. We're referring to the Coliseum culture. Right? And there are people that are enslaved in modern America as well. The people in the i.e. the people that are in the prison system. Yeah, you know, people who, it's not to say that it's legal, but a lot of people who are immigrants and stuff like that are working, right? And don't really have their papers. People take advantage of those people. So yeah, you could really, you know, yeah. Somebody says, how come nobody's saying free Diddy? Wow. Okay, man. I love your hair, says Loco. Big up yourself, Loco. Thank you so much. What do you do for work, says Kiki. Well, who that? Kiko? Kiko. I don't know if that's Kiko or Kiki. I will reveal that to you guys at some point in the future. Not while I'm working at this company, though. Right? Because this company they definitely are heavy on social media as well. And yeah, I won't be mentioning much about the company until I get to the point where I'm no longer at the company. So I'll let you guys know then. Stick around. I'll let you know. Hey, God is great always, says Red Maserati. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Is modern America worse than ancient Rome? 59% of people say yes. 41% of people say no. Wow. Wow. But again, guys, America has a lot of things that it leads the world in, right? Absolutely leads the world. The best country when it comes to technology. I don't think that any country is, I think, yeah, you do have like, you know, things that are happening over there in China and stuff like that. But I think America is far more advanced when it comes to technology than any other country. You know, and I don't want to say that, you know, so that we let our guard down or anything like that, because we think we're so far ahead of everything, because other countries are making advances in technology as well. But I just feel like America, yeah, in terms of a lot of the things that America does do, you know, the biggest companies in the world are in America. Apple, Google, you know, Amazon, Tesla, right? You know, I could go on and on and on, right? Facebook, right? That's a big company too, right? But all of these big companies are in America. So America definitely leads the world when it comes to a lot of things, right? But in terms of morality, in terms of morals, nah, man. I think America has a lot of work to do when it comes to like morals. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that's what it is that we're referring to, guys. Someone says, hey, buddy, if you're still here, I'm not editing a Fiat multiple. All right, so edit a Ferrari instead of a Fiat. Nobody knows how to struggle and depends on something, says Red Maserati. I don't think it's worse because in Rome, things were done in the open. Nowadays, at least they commit those wicked acts behind closed doors. Well, Prince Charles, some of the wicked acts are committed behind closed doors. Some of them are not. Some of them are done out in the open. And not because it's something that's done behind closed doors means that it's right, right? So the fact of the matter is these things are being done as well, right? So when it's all said and done, nothing is new under the sun. But I think if we're going to call ourselves the best nation in the world, I think there's a whole lot of work that we need to do in order to really, really become really, for there to be no argument that this is the best country in the world. There's a lot more work that needs to be done, right? People need to feel safe. The kids need to be safe, right? There's no excuses for anything that's happening in the schools these days. There's no excuses for people being able to come on the campuses and to shoot and kill kids. No excuses. There's no excuses for anybody doing certain things to kids either. You know what I mean? So I will go as far as saying that. I think there's a lot that we could do in that regard, right? The schools need to be safer. And yeah, we also need to lead the world when it comes to integrity and morals as well. You know what I mean? I'm not saying things are going to be perfect. I'm not saying any of us are perfect. But when it's all said and done, we got a lot to do. We have a lot of work to do. Someone says, why you keep skipping me? Kennedy, you are making me upset. Is it because I am a girl? If it is, that's mean. So if you're nice, read my comments. I didn't see your comments. And yeah, I didn't see your comments. But I don't think you really commented. I think you're just really trolling. I think this is like a bot or something. But big up yourself either way. Say what it is that you're saying if you have something to say. And I'll read your comment. If you got something that contributes to what it is that we're saying. If not, then I'll probably just skip over it. You know, so yeah. He said, boy, I am not a bot. Oh, well, I'm glad you're not a bot. Go ahead and ask your question. My apologies for thinking you were. Stoked 4 says, hi. How you doing, Stoked 4? Big up yourself. Stoked 4 says, what's up? Nothing much, man. Nothing much. You know, just enjoying this little sunlight. Gonna be here for another about 10 minutes, 12, 13 minutes until I decide to go. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing fantastic. Let me see what the results are for the poll. So 147 people have voted and 59% of people says yes. 41% of people say no. Right? Right? And guys, there's really nothing for us to really, there's nothing concrete for us to really base it off, right? We're just asking the question because of the current state of the culture and how things are, especially online. How online is like the wild, wild west a lot of times. And there's a lot of good things that come from online, and there's a lot of real negative things as well. You know what I mean? That comes from online. And, you know, people could get bodied in the street and the other people just go home and they're entertained by it. And we're becoming desensitized to these things. Like, you know, there's no excuses for a lot of these things that do happen, guys. And I know for a fact that we can do a lot better. You know what I mean? So my hope is for everyone to be able to protect their family, take care of their family, and take care of themselves. You know what I mean? That's what it really boils down to. Like, we don't got to really be screwing each other over. We don't. There's no need for us to really be screwing each other over. Like, everyone is an individual. Even though we are spiritual beings having this human experience, everyone is an individual, guys. And as individuals that are having this human experience, right? If you're walking your own path and in your own lane, there's no one to compete with. So there's really no one that you need to be screwing over at all. It does not matter. Just continue to walk your path and continue to do, you know, the mission that you were sent here to do. That's it. That's all. That's what it really boils down to. All right, the sun looks like it's about to disappear in a little bit. Do you remember me? Says Mr. Tonali. I do not. I do not. Kikul says worse. Stoked for edit says true. Wait, Stoked 4 says true. It's not Stoked for edit. Sorry about that. Yep, 58%. So a lot of people, now more people are saying no. So that's good. There you have it. It's divided opinion. Divided opinion. So yeah, guys, tell me where you guys are from. Tell me where you guys are from. Is there anyone in here from Japan today? Is there anyone from New Zealand or Japan? I gotta visit that side of the world at some point. I want to go to Africa. I want to go to New Zealand. I want to go to Japan. I want to go to San Francisco. And guys, is another thing as well. Next week I'm taking my vacation, so I'm interested. Where do you guys think I should go? Where in America should I go? I'm thinking about going to the Grand Canyon and maybe doing some vlogging from the Grand Canyon. I think that'd be so cool, right? And maybe I should like vlog my entire experience from traveling from New York to over there in wherever it is that I do plan on going next week. So I think that'll be a cool experience, you know what I mean? To kind of, you know, maybe do a vlog, do some live streams and everything like that. And then at some point, just document and kind of, you know, put everything together and, you know, just make one of the most epic traveling videos ever. You know what I mean? Because I do want to travel the country. I want to travel the world. You know, yeah, you know, I want to travel the country, travel the world, go to new places, see new things, see new people. You know, yeah, I think that'd be really dope. But I've always been saying I wanted to go to Grand Canyon, and I think this year I might just go when I take my vacation. Why not? Just go see what the Grand Canyon is all about. I may not end up on the West Coast this time, but maybe at some point in the future I'll end up in the West Coast. You know, we'll see how that goes though. Oh, Stoke 4 says Germany. Big up to all of Germany. Big up to Germany. Massive shout out to Germany. Kiko says Alabama. Kennedy says I'm from Japan. Okay. Fort Worth, Texas in the house. Big up to Fort Worth, Texas. Someone says come to Texas. That's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea. I'm thinking about going out more west though. Thinking about going more out west, and I want to travel while I'm doing it. So if I do come to Texas, where should I go in Texas? Deep in the heart of Texas. Remember in elementary school? Deep in the heart of Texas. Are you in California? No. I am not in California. Never even been to California, to be honest. Congratulations all to the Germans. Oh, for weed legalism. Really? Is it legal over there in Germany? I didn't know that. I did not know that. But guys, if you are, you know, if you are going to use any kind of herb or anything like that, guys, make sure you're being responsible. Make sure you're not overdoing anything that you are doing. I can't tell you guys what to do, but make sure you're being responsible with what it is that you're doing, to be completely honest with you. He says, Fort Worth Stockyard is a lot of fun. Fort Worth Stockyard. Who's from Fort? Oh, no. I was about to say Pimp C, but that's Port Arthur, isn't it? He's from Port Arthur. Who's from Fort Worth? Isn't that Fort Worth like close to Houston or something? The truth says, yeah, they made it legal this year. Well, I guess that's a good thing. I don't know. I don't indulge in that anymore. So, you know what I mean? Haven't for a little while now. So. But yeah, whatever you guys are doing, just be responsible with it, guys, and don't let it be in control of your life, whatever it is, right? Not saying it's a good thing or a bad thing, just don't let it control you too much. Oh, Fort Worth is next to Dallas. Oh, okay. Knew it was next to some sort of big city. Dallas, Texas. Wow, imagine that, Dallas, Texas. I don't know. I'll think about it. Big up to all of Sweden. Hello from Sweden. Yeah, definitely. Big ups to all of Sweden. Sweden. Okay. So we got Sweden in here. We got Fort Worth, Texas in here. We got Japan in here. I love Japan. I got to make it over there to Japan. Alabama's in the house. That's what's up, guys. That's what's up. We can get some Texas barbecue. You know what's crazy about Texas barbecue, guys? I'm pescatarian, so I don't eat yeah, sorry. I don't really eat meat like that anymore. Only like fish, you know? I've cut out meat for a while now. Shout out, please, says Savannah. All right, Savannah, I'll shout you out provided you're a subscriber of the channel. Why not? I shout out all of my subscribers if they ask me. I'm not going to lie to you. I definitely will. But you got to be someone that supports the channel. But anyway, we're going to shout out Savannah. Big up to Savannah. Welcome, 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 Savannah. I don't think I've seen you around here before, but if I missed you, sorry about that, and welcome if you're new. Virginia, Virginia in the house. That's what's up. Give me the best advice of the day. Um, don't let people knock you out of your pivot. Don't let people knock you out of balance. Stay in control of yourself. That's what will be your best advice of the day, Vivian. Shabala. Shabalala. 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 Hope I'm saying your name right. Why did I cut out meat? So, I'm not going to lie to you guys. When I took the vaccine the second time, I don't know, for the COVID, it just really, like my body didn't respond well to it. And I remember like for like a day or two, like I didn't want to eat. And I was kind of ill. So when I was able to eat again, it was for like a day, right? I wasn't able to eat. And when I was able to eat again, I only wanted fruit. Like I could only digest like fruits. So I kind of started from there, just eating like fruits and stuff like that. And then I decided, you know what? I went back to eating the junk food and the meat and all that sort of stuff. And then at some point I decided, well, you know what? That was a message from the universe, right? Like, it's like it was telling me that I shouldn't be eating certain stuff. Right? Because when I wanted to get better again, the only things that I really wanted to eat, like internally really wanted to eat, were like natural stuff, like fruits and vegetables and stuff like that. So, and then with all the genetically modifying of the animals and and stuff like that, yeah, I just decided, you know what, it's in my best interest to just not consume this stuff anymore. So that's where we at with that. Why did you? Okay, I thought so. Somebody was asking why did I cut the beard. So you are from India? No, no. I am not from India. I am not from India. But big up to all of India, though. Big up to all of India. Can I get a shout out, please? Says the Herreras. Yeah, sure, provided you subscribe. But big shout out to, what do you want me to call you, the Herreras? Big shout out to the Herreras. I hope you've subscribed to the channel. We'll be back later, guys, at around 11 o'clock, maybe 11:30. I can never get why people need a whole shout out. American woman. Give the people what they want. It doesn't cost me nothing to give them a shout out, to be honest with you. Yeah, I don't mind giving shout outs, provided the people do subscribe to the channel. You know what I mean? Right. It's only right. You know what I mean? But no big deal. It's not a big deal for me to shout someone out either way, America is the best place in the history of the world, and that's why so many flee here. Think about it. Of course, America isn't close to as bad as evil Rome, says Patrick for Christ. Okay, Patrick, I definitely hear what it is that you're saying. America is definitely the best country when it comes to a lot of things, especially if you're innovative and you want to start a business, right? But America is also cutthroat as hell as well. So there's that aspect of things. So yeah, you are right in some aspect. I will not argue with you in that regards, to be completely honest with you. Yeah, so you are right in that regard. Jada Kelly says, yo, believe in God. Okay, God will give you anything. He loves you. He will pray for you. He'll get you anything from out that saying, trying to give you. He climbs it and he gives you the best world. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing. Big up to yourself. Hey, bro, talk normal, brother. I think who you I was reading a message. You're probably not referring to me, but maybe I don't know. But yeah. And when people throw shade, you just realize with more of your light, says Easy Mozani. This is not a joke, says someone else. I got vaxxed 6 times and I'm on my way for my 7th, says Kiko. Okay. Indian food is ready for you. What does that even mean? Hi again, says Gina Young. America is the best. Europe is better, says the same person. Which one's the best? Which one's better than which one? You can't have your cake and eat it. Well, of course you can, but you can't. Thanks for the advice. Much love from South Africa. Next time, it's Shabala La. Thank you so much, Vivian Shabalala. I appreciate that. Bless up, brother, says Curry Roseanne. GMO, genetically modified. That's what that means. But guys, listen, the stream is going to come to an end. I appreciate everyone who has participated and helped made this stream such a really, really good stream. Hope you guys have subscribed. If you haven't done so, hit that subscribe button. I will be back later on in the night once I get home. Make sure you guys are liking the video as well. I appreciate each and every single one of you. Have a safe and productive day. I'm going to go get back to the bag and to, you know, doing what puts food on the table and helps my daughter in every which way. So peace out to you guys. Bless up. Have a great day. Have a peaceful day. Don't let anybody knock you off of your balance. And I appreciate everyone who has subscribed. And if you haven't done so, please subscribe. Peace out. Bye-bye.